I was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer back in 2012. Apparently, I had been walking around with a cancer in my body for at least 6 months, and I had no idea. The symptoms I had, I just thought was, normal. I was fatigued here and there. I thought it was, work. I was losing weight without, consciously trying to lose weight. And, for a woman, you're like, oh, I'm losing weight, great. But then, like I said, towards the end of the year, I was looking at my body in the shower, and I noticed like a bruise on my breast, and it just felt unusual. It didn't hurt or anything. And funny enough, I took a selfie of it and sent it to my sister, who's a physician, and she told me, you need to go see an oncologist. And I was like, oncolo who? Like, what is that? And she's like, no, you just need to see a cancer specialist, and she's like, and you need to do it like ASAP. So the very next day, I went to see an oncologist, and immediately she sent me for tests, and within a matter of 24 hours, she had diagnosed me. So it happened very fast. I didn't even have time to process it or think about it until a few days later, when I couldn't get up, I couldn't get out of bed, and I just, broke into tears and was like, what's happening? What does this mean? So the full journey of treatment took about a year and a half. I did the surgery on December 12th, 2012, which was 12/12/12. I remember that day exactly. It was a day after my birthday. And I did the surgery in India, and I told the doctor, I want to be home for Christmas. And the doctor told me, I will get you home for Christmas, which is exactly what happened. Like, I went home and spent Christmas with my friends and family. So in 2015, my doctor declared that I was completely cancer-free. I have been kept on a drug called tamoxifen, initially for 5 years, and now I'm going to be on it for 10 years. I'm on year 6 of it, which for an estrogen-induced breast cancer is really a lifesaver drug. Since then, a lot has changed. Getting cancer really puts your life in perspective. So for me, I really felt that time helped me realize what's important to me and what's not. And that's changed the way I live. Of course, family became closer to me. That really put things in perspective, because I was like, if I hadn't survived, what would have come out of that for my family? So it affected all of us. So I think we live more in the now. We're more conscious about, our relationships with each other. We don't fight for too long. We make up and move on. One thing that happened around that time in terms of support is my friends, my girlfriends, rallied, and they knew I was not comfortable asking people for help. So they said, we'll do it for you. You just sit back, we'll do it for you. We'll do all the fundraising, and we'll get the money for you. 7 of them. And after they did that for me, I said, you know what, there's something here. We need to do this for other people. I mean, you guys are like the fundraising queens. And so we ended up setting up a foundation called the Second Chances Foundation, the 7 of us, or now 8. What I do as part of the foundation is I help people who are going through treatment, and I coach them in my own way, give them hope, give them support. Our hashtag is Hope, Fight, Win. So that's what we do as a foundation. For someone who's going through it, I think treatment is, a lot of times your success in your treatment is very mental. So if you have a positive outlook, you're almost halfway there. Do what works for you. For me, it was prayer, meditation, being still, not worrying about tomorrow, the future, removing all those dark thoughts from your head. I had a lot of insomnia. I was awake a lot of nights. And can you imagine in the still of the night, the thoughts that can, come through your head? So I tried to remove all negative thoughts and be like focusing on, I'm going to get better, things are good. I was so optimistic. People were like, are you not sick? You should be sad and, looking bad. And I was like, lively and happy and going about my business and going to work. And, I couldn't expose myself so much to the public because of my immunity, but if I could, I would go for all the functions I could go for and socialize. But I was generally upbeat and optimistic, and I knew I was gonna get out of it. So one thing I'd advise anyone going through treatment, or even their caregivers, their friends and family around them, is seek as much knowledge or information about the disease that you're going through. Don't rely, or just don't say my doctor will give me that information. Seek it out yourself and ask a lot of questions.